Hello, my name is Curtis Lee Morrison. I am an immigration attorney practicing primarily federal litigation in Washington, D.C. and California, where I live. I work closely with my colleague Rafael Urena with the law office of Rafael Urena. As you may know, Rafael and I and our team of attorneys and staff currently represent over 1,300 2020 DV selectees and their family members in 3 lawsuits, okay? Mohammed, Fangjong, and Kennedy. They are consolidated with a case called the Gomez lawsuit, and there are a couple other cases consolidated with that. At the absolute earliest that we expect final judgment in those consolidated cases, that would be the end of January, and that's extremely optimistic, okay? Most legal observers that I talk to expect that it's more likely that we will not get their final judgment until March or even after. We definitely want it as soon as possible, right? So this video, however, is not about lawsuits. It's not about DV lawsuits. It's not about DV litigation. I want to talk to you about a new opportunity for 2020 DV selectees that we call Project Voyager. Okay, so first, we know there are thousands of 2020 DV selectees who missed the opportunity to join the Mohammed, Fangjong, and Kennedy lawsuits. They were all filed before September 30th, right? Many have asked if we could file another lawsuit. I get that question a lot, okay? However, if you are a 2020 DV selectee who was issued a visa on or before April 23rd, 2020, you are already a class member of the certified Gomez class. It is not necessary for you to join another lawsuit to be a member of that class. So the Gomez attorneys have issued a statement recently saying this exact thing, and we agree with this, okay? Basically, joining a lawsuit that was filed now, after the September 30th deadline, would probably be a waste of your money. I don't know another way to say it, okay? However, our team has identified 2 important and vital unmet needs for DV 2020 selectees, and we can confidently serve those needs. So let's talk about those 2 unmet needs, okay? The first is lobbying Congress for the 35,000 DV 2020 numbers that were not issued before September 30th, 2020, and they expired. They are gone, okay? As you probably know, there are only 9,095 DV numbers that Judge Meadow reserved, and we have to win the cases to even get those. And there are 60,000 DV 2020 selectees and their families who want those 9,095 visas. This is a problem for all DV 2020 selectees who have not been issued a visa. It is a big problem. It is a math problem. As our Mohammed and Fangjong and Kennedy plaintiffs already know, from July through September, me and Rafael Urena, my colleague, we personally financed a lobbying effort by former Congressman Bruce Morrison and his staff at a cost of $25,000 to us personally. Our goal was to persuade Congress to roll over the unused 2020 DV numbers past the September 30th, 2020 fiscal deadline, so those numbers would not be lost and 2020 DV selectees would not be cheated. That was our goal. So we had real progress with the lobbying effort. We had much support that was secured from individual members of Congress on individual committees. Much of that progress was due to the participation of the friends and family of the 2020 DV selectee plaintiffs and Mohammed, Fangjong, and Kennedy, who helped Okay, many contacted their congressmen or their U.S. senators, and many actually did that in coordination with Bruce and his team. However, due to circumstances beyond our control, Congress being unable to pass almost no legislation at all in 2020. Congress did not do a good job. These lobbying efforts failed. They were unsuccessful. So, since the presidential election, Bruce has brought to my attention that there is still sympathy in Congress for DV 2020 selectees. And if we continue along the same path that we already started, there is real potential to succeed in having the lost 35,000 2020 DV numbers reinstated through not litigation, but legislation. Congress would save the numbers. That's the plan, okay? The second need that we have recognized, the second unmet need that our team has recognized amongst 2020 DVs is representation and guidance through the consular processing procedures. Should the Gomez case prevail on the final judgment, or should we be successful in getting visas through legislation, that will be a big need. Setting up the interviews and making sure that the consular officers have everything they need to approve your file. So that's why we are launching the Project Voyager program, okay? Participants will both finance the lobbying effort and benefit from our legal representation of our team and guidance of our team through the consular processing procedures. You will be our client if you participate in Project Voyager, okay? So who is eligible to participate in Project Voyager, you ask? Great question. Okay, first, you need to be a 2020 DV selectee who has not been issued a visa. This means you are not a 2021 DV selectee. You're a 2020 DV selectee. You must not be a plaintiff in Muhammad Fangjong or Kennedy, because we plan to provide these services to these clients already. They are already our clients, and we are already doing all we can to help them. So let's talk about the pricing for Project Voyager participation, I guess. We are keeping the pricing for the Project Voyager participants simple. $500 per DV 2020 selectee with spouses and children, beneficiaries included at no extra cost. So we are not charging more if you have a spouse or charging more if you have children, not for this program. It's just each 2020 DV selectee, $500. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and learning about our Project Voyager. There will be frequently asked questions that we will list on our website and with the answers there. But if you have a question, you can leave it in a comment below or message me or someone in our staff at the contact information below, and we will get back with you as soon as we can, okay? I appreciate your patience because usually I get a lot of messages from all over the world, more than 100 every day. So, one last thing. Remember to breathe air and drink water and take care of yourself, and we will all get through this, okay? Thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye.